So we are getting new details about Governor Andrew Cuomo's big book deal that he was signing and writing while his aides were working behind the scenes to cover up that damaging nursing home death toll. Apparently, the deal was for $4 million. Wow. This is something they have been trying to keep under wraps because, of course, the most egregious thing of all of this is the corruption, the nursing home deaths, the cover-up, the use of state resources for his brother and other VIPs to get COVID tests at a time when other New Yorkers couldn't. But part of what made this so extra outraging was that Cuomo was being hailed in the media and portraying himself as some national coronavirus hero and cashing in on it to the tune of millions of dollars. It is utterly despicable. And it's disgusting, too, that, look, the pandemic, it's still not over. And he's writing this book saying, like, we got it solved and I'm amazing. And here's the lessons of leadership that you should learn.
And he even wrote, and according to the Times, quote, "I am not a superhero" in early versions of that book. And it was drafted by his aides, all while scrubbed, while politically damaging that health department report. So he's using state resources in order to write this book in which he's basically like, I'm not a hero, but I am a hero. And he's getting paid $4 million to do it at the exact same time that his aides, the same ones helping him write this book, are scrubbing the correct data in terms of the number of people who have actually died from COVID in New York. It's just completely and totally outrageous. And this is, if there is ever somebody who embodied the public, using your office to public benefit, using state resources, thinking you could get away with it, having the amount of hubris in order to cover up deaths and more. It's this man. It's Andrew Cuomo. Look at that testing scandal and getting Chris Cuomo tested and using state troopers to rush their results to the lab and friends of Cuomo getting special access and then those people getting promoted and now becoming his personal goons, and then the nursing home scandal, getting paid, just the way that he played the media and more. It's all just completely unraveling.
Well, and you're right. That is one of the more bombshell revelations here that's a little bit undersold in this New York Times article. They say that he utilized the resources of his office from his inner circle to far more junior personnel to help write this manuscript. In late June and early July, for example, a top aide to the governor, Stephanie Benton, twice asked assistants to print portions of the draft of the book, deliver them to Cuomo at the executive mansion where he lives. So not only is he lying and covering up and doing a terrible job as governor, not only is he personally cashing in, but he's using state resources to write the frickin' book in order to cash in. It's just so disgusting all the way around that it's unbelievable. And you recall, too, this was the level of triumphalism he had around his performance during coronavirus. They put together this poster. Remember this weird thing that,
of course. I'll
wake up, America, forget the politics, get smart. This, we did it, mission accomplished poster that, of course, was very celebratory of him and his leadership, etc. Again, this was while the pandemic is still going on. As if this thing was over and you could take your eye off the ball. It's just, the whole thing is so disgusting.
It really is. $4 million while his own constituents died, while he was complicit, at least in doing that, and then in covering it up, and then in possibly getting donations in order to make sure that those people didn't face any liability for what they were doing, while he was using state resources, and while allegedly sexually harassing
all the women around him, too.
Young female aides. It's just like... and getting tongue baths from CNN every single night.
There's that, too. That aspect of the story as well. All right, guys, more Rising for you after this.